Welcome back, tribe. I have an episode here it's called The Dark Needle. Once you understand this, everything with women changes forever.
With you a secret. If you understand it, in this video, I will share with you a secret. If you understand it, your love life will change completely. What I'm about to explain is something related to the core of attraction. If you grasp this concept with me, you'll understand what 99% of men do not. This is the fundamental secret on which all relationships and dates are built. So please listen carefully. This is you and this is a woman. For attraction to be created between you and this woman, something must occur between you two. I like to call this sexual electricity. Imagine a battery. It has a positive side and a negative side, and the polarity between them generates an electric charge. But if you have two negatives or two positives, electricity won't be generated because they are the same. No polarity, no electricity. And this sexual electricity is based on a crucial principle of attraction. Opposites attract. You may have heard this phrase before, but the mistake that most men make is that they interpret it in a very shallow way. They assume that it simply means a man is attracted to a feminine woman because she has physical traits he lacks, like breasts, for example, or that a woman is attracted to a tall man because he is taller than her, and so on with these surface level examples. In reality, this principle is the foundation of everything. And please listen carefully now, because I'm about to give you a golden rule that I want you to remember until the day you die. Friendship happens when two similar people meet. Attraction happens when two opposite individuals meet. If you had lived 100 years ago, you wouldn't have needed me to tell you this rule because men were men and women were women. This happened naturally. But in today's modern world, things have changed. Equality, feminism, social media, and other factors have reshaped society. All of this has caused men to lose their original nature. Instead of embracing masculinity, men now try to think more logically, believing they need to be nice and find common ground with a woman in order to attract her. But amidst all this chaos, there's some good news. Women's natural essence has not changed. Women are emotional beings. They do not control their actions through logic. In other words, it's only men who have changed. And all you need to do as a man is return to your natural state and apply what I'm about to tell you today. If you do this, you'll instinctively become the opposite of the woman you're talking to without even trying. And don't worry, I'll explain everything and you'll understand it all with me. This is one of the most important videos in the How to Attract Women series. So please focus. This is you, and this is the girl you're attracted to. Like any woman in this world, she possesses a set of traits, and as a man, you must be the complete opposite of those traits. I will now list these traits and explain how you should handle them and how to display their opposite to her. Let's start with the first trait, indecisiveness. As a man, the moment you show a woman that you are indecisive, she loses trust in your ability to lead. And this is a very important point because I see many men struggling with this issue. They cannot lead a woman. We always hear that women are attracted to a leader, to a man who makes decisions. But when men hear this and try to apply it, they often fail. They try to lead the woman, but she doesn't let them. Most of the time, the reason behind her stubbornness is that she lost trust in you from the very beginning. And usually, this happens when you show her indecisiveness. So, my dear brother, please never be indecisive, especially when you are with a girl you like. Indecisiveness is a feminine trait. A woman can spend an entire hour just deciding what to wear before going out. To show a woman that you are not indecisive, imagine you take her to a restaurant and the waiter hands you both the menu. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that the girl will keep staring at the menu for a long time, thinking about what to order. She might hesitate and not know exactly what she wants. You, on the other hand, as a man, should not be indecisive. You must know what you want. As soon as you get the menu, order immediately, or at least don't take too long to decide. If you show this,
or just order for her. I do this all the time. In my relationship, she never orders food anymore because I typically pick the best stuff because she's always trying what I'm eating off of my plate anyways. So when the waiter hands her a menu, she just closes it and puts it down. She goes, you decide. That's it. That's how it should be. So when we go, it's not that she can't. It's just that I make good decisions often enough. I pick the right things that might as well. Tried and true proven technique there. So every time we go and order food, it's just like you decide. And I always pick the right thing like 99.9% of the time. Because you learn your significant other well enough to know what they like to eat, and you take the decision-making out of them. Is it a small thing? Yeah, of course. It's a very tiny thing. You do this right, you become more attractive, of course, because it's like you're just reinforcing the fact that you're capable. This doesn't have to be some really cringe shit like, never let her order food. Order whatever you want. It's just that every time it comes out, it might suck. It sucks most of the time. You didn't like it, so now you're eating out of my plate. And then the conversation naturally progresses into, I'll just order for us. Just sit there, look pretty, do your thing, relax, enjoy the service, blah, blah, blah. We're having a great time. It doesn't cost you anything as a man to make these small decisions. When the waiter comes, order your food. I'll have this. She'll have that. This for appetizers. And thank you so much. And that's it. And the focus can be on you two. But if you're sitting there like, I don't know. What do you think about this one? I don't know. That looks good too. I just can't decide. Come on with that shit, dude. Are you there on a date to spend time talking, to get to know, to start vetting? Or are you there to fucking decide if you wanted the beef carpaccio or the fucking hamburger?
This level of decisiveness, she will most likely follow your lead and order the same thing you did, or she might even ask for your help in choosing. And of course, there is nothing wrong with suggesting something for her to eat. Even if she refuses, that's fine. The important thing is that you're not indecisive. Now, let's assume you order something and then she says, no, that's a bad choice. Or she suggests that you pick another meal. Please do not listen to her. Do not change your decision. Stick with it until the end. In short, you must always be clear on what you want to do, where you want to go, and what you want to buy. Never be indecisive, because indecisiveness is a feminine trait. And now we move on to one of the most important traits, romanticism. Romanticism is a purely feminine trait, and unfortunately, I see many young men falling into this trap. If you go to any girl and ask her what kind of man she wants, the vast majority of them will tell you, I want a romantic man. But let me tell you something, my dear brother. The moment you become romantic, the girl loses attraction for you. On the contrary, she is the one who should be romantic. You as a man will naturally be attracted to a romantic woman. You will like a woman who frequently says sweet things and expresses affection. But you should not be that way yourself. Please, this is one of the biggest mistakes I see men making. They believe that if they act romantic, the girl will like them more. No, this is a trap. Even if you hear a girl saying, I want a romantic man, do not take her words seriously. Of course, romantic gestures are nice, and they do attract women. You should occasionally engage in some romantic actions. However, you should never be the main source of romance in the relationship. How does this work? For example, one day, a girl might invite you to her place, and when you arrive, you find that she has lit candles and decorated the place with flowers. In this case, do not tell her to turn off the candles. Just enjoy the atmosphere. But what you should never do is be the one to call her. Set up the candles and flowers yourself. Or, when you're sitting together, do not start showering her with love words or reciting poetry to her. You must be clear with her from the beginning, and you must have this belief inside you. You are not a romantic person. Romanticism is not a masculine trait, it is a feminine one. You can enjoy a romantic atmosphere, but you should never be the one creating it. The third trait is one of the most important traits that you should...
Sort of. There's some underlying nuance there. Like he said in the very beginning, on occasion, you should be. It's like you can use romanticism as a reward for good behavior. Sounds kind of effed to say it like that. But if she's the mother of your kids, if she like constantly cooks for you, cleans, the house is immaculate, you know, adores you, loves you, is a good woman, romanticism has earned its place. Don't use romanticism as a way, like a get out of jail free card. This is what men are doing wrong. This is why he's saying don't be romantic, because most men mess it up. The guys that try to be romantic do it to bail themselves out of the doghouse. Like they did something bad and then they'll come home and offer her flowers. They got into an argument because he triggered her anxiety over something, said something stupid, and then he lays the rose petals all over the bed with the candles and shit. No, you failed. You only do this because she's been good to you. That's it. If you're doing it as a form of bailing yourself out of trouble in the relationship, you're only going to dig yourself deeper. That's the nuance there.
Should never have. And this point in particular is something I need to discuss with you seriously, and that is jealousy. To be honest, I don't know why I haven't talked about this before in this How to Attract Women series, but I will explain it to you now. First of all, you need to understand that jealousy is a feminine trait. As a man,
jealousy is super feminine. Listen, her job is to keep you interested long-term for the relationship, not the other way around. The gist of this is you had to prove yourself as a man in order to get in her pants. You had to already go through this evolution of becoming smarter, wealthier, more charismatic, know how to talk to a woman, have a cool life, have some hobbies, some life experience, blah, 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 in order for a woman to even take interest in sleep with you. Okay, on the flip side of that, once you are sleeping together, she has to retain a man. This is why women can sleep with men. It's no problem, but they struggle to keep a man because they don't know what it takes to keep a man interested. That's her job. So this jealousy thing means this. It is in her best interest to be on a good behavior and keep a man because you're basically doing the provider and protection thing. And if she catches wind that you're jealous and don't want to lose her, it's in your best interest to move on if she can't do that. You're the one that's getting freed up for a potential upgrade, for better women, to provide and protect for another woman. It's easy to get dick for women. It's not a big deal. So men will fall into this trap of like getting kitty is very hard. So then they'll have the sunk cost fallacy and don't want to lose their women. Lose your women, bro. Kick her out the door when she acts up. Let her know she's replaceable if she doesn't treat you with respect. It's that simple. Why? Because you as a man can upgrade to a woman that's most likely younger, feminine, doesn't give you problems until she maybe starts to give you problems, and you keep replacing them until you find one that knows your worth. That's really what it is as a man. Don't get caught up in getting bad treatment from women and holding them around or being jealous. If I ever, bro, it's automatic, ever caught any of the women I've ever dated just talking to dudes, flirting to dudes, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for freeing me so I could give my time and attention to somebody else that will offer me more in return. I want to go out there in the dating pool. I want to go fishing again. It's nice to get something fresh. The novelty. Ooh, it's exciting. For you as a woman, though, no. Clock's ticking. You're getting older. You may have kids now. Whatever it is. The market isn't going to reward you the same. We don't age out the same way. So a woman, she will lose far more. She's going to lose a man that cares about her. Do you know how easy it is for a man to just want to pump and dump? Women can get all those kinds of dudes all the time. But it's hard for a woman to get a man to care about her enough to provide. That's what if she doesn't understand the value in a man caring for her, then she doesn't need to be there. That's what I'm saying. So don't ever get jealous, boys. Be excited. Be excited. If your woman's talking to another dude, oh my God. If she's even entertaining conversations like that, immediate, bro, my brain is checking out. I'm like, wow, I'm about to be on the market. This is great. Pull out, stop talking, no more dates, ignoring calls, messages. Oh, what's the problem? Well, you talk to me. What happened? You keep talking to other dude. You were just flirting with that guy at the front desk. You were entertained. There's someone in your DMs. Later, listen, I can pump and dump. You know, we can have some wild sex here and there, but can't keep you serious. Yeah, we're not serious. Later, watch how quick they start acting right. It's when you start getting jealous and like, what'd you like that guy for? Because he had bigger arms than me? Wow, yeah, and the guy was pretty jacked, huh? I don't like you talking on her. She's just going to keep doing it anyway. Bro, this shit's over. Come on, man. Please. You need a reason to go back on the market. She's giving you one. Don't get caught in the sunk cost fallacy.
You will be attracted to a girl when she gets jealous over you, and you will have no issue with a jealous woman. However, as a man, jealousy is completely forbidden for you.
And by the way, when you're the one that's up a step from your woman, which you should be because that's hypergamy, she mate guards hard. She hates other women even looking at you. Even like if your girl mocks you when a woman says hi to you at the drive-thru at wherever, at the checkout counter, saying, hi. Did you see how that girl was staring at you? You're great, bro. Wow, you're in la la la. You're in the greatest position ever. That woman is hyper-focused on other women, even glancing your way. You're good. That's where you want to be. If other women are talking to you, if she's not inserting herself into the vicinity where other women may be around you, like there's something wrong there fundamentally with your relationship. Women mate guard hard the men that they value. If a woman doesn't value and she's not catty and sees other women as a threat, dude, she's checked out or she's fucking someone else.
You must never show a girl that you are jealous. You should never ask her about the people she talks to. You should never follow or monitor her actions. You must act as if it doesn't matter to you at all. The second thing you need to understand about jealousy is that women love to make you feel jealous. Sometimes a girl might try to make it seem like she's talking to another guy, or she might start mentioning a guy she knows. These are things women do unconsciously just to make you feel jealous. In these moments, you should never show any reaction. You should act as if you don't care at all. And when you do this, her attraction to you will increase significantly. Yep. Now, you might ask, what if I find out that she is actually cheating on me? What if I see her texting another guy and sending him heart emojis? Or what if I catch her walking with another man holding his hand? In this case, you don't get jealous. You simply end the relationship immediately and move on. But to constantly monitor her, follow her, or act possessive, I'm sorry, my friend. Even if you feel jealous, you must suppress this emotion and never show it. When you do this, the woman becomes more attached to you and her attraction to you increases. I will now talk to you about one of the most important differences between you and a woman. This is a topic that I want to dedicate a separate video to, and that is, a woman is a reaction while you are the action. This point must be very clear in your relationship with her. She should always be the one reacting to your actions. She should be the one who gets angry because of you, the one who gets sad because of you, and the one who gets happy because of you. You should never be the one reacting to her. If her actions can make you react, that means she is the one in control and leading you. There will be times when a girl says harsh things to you, but you should never react by showing anger or losing control. Be like a rock in the middle of a storm. Act as if nothing affects you, no matter what happens. And this isn't something you should only apply with women. It should be a general way of life that reflects in your daily actions as well. For example, if you're walking together and something happens, let's say,
if something can get you emotional, it has a form of power over you. Just think of it that way. When you first met your woman, do you think she could get you emotional about anything she could say? Like, imagine you came up to her, you first started talking, she cracks some jokes, she says some mean things, just out of playful spite, anything, joking in nature, whatever. You let it roll out, you laugh, you joke back, you jab back. You don't even register it. But when you're in a longer term relationship, you start elevating them too much, and then you start to take what they say serious, and then she's able to like fucking combo breaker your ass with a few, mean words, and then all of a sudden you're all a pouty bitch about it. And she knows, like, well, you're fucking weak, dude. What happened to you? You took off your armor and you let them in, and then they took advantage of you. That's what happened.
say you enter a restaurant and there are no available.
I think the problem is too many men don't have male friends anymore, like a real brotherhood. For those close, needed, I'm going to say emotional, vulnerable days where you got to spout some bullshit about life. Like, guys need that, an emotional blow-off valve. That only happens with a brotherhood, a group of men that you trust and respect that don't fucking, throw it back in your face later, like women will, or just be innately disgusted like women will, like a weak moment. Okay. But since men are lacking that today in relationships, they try to make women their best friends. Your woman is never your friend, period. This is a conditional relationship that you provide certain conditions for it to even exist. That's not a friend. You understand? Like, my woman is my best friend. This dumbest shit I've ever heard. I got a job to do. She has a job to do. If we're not doing the jobs that we're supposed to do, the other gets fired. That's what it is. You get fired for not doing your job. That's your contractual obligation for entering this relationship. And a lot of people start to rip up the contract as if they're together because I love her now. I don't require these things from her because I love her. Fuck off. Fuck off. That is why so many people are miserable in relationships. That's why men are going decades unhappy. They're not ripping up the contract. The moment that shit becomes unfair, rip it off. It's like a Band-Aid, bro, on a festering wound. Get it the fuck off and excise the cancer immediately or suffer. Because love. Are you kidding me? It's like the whole, would you love me if I got fat? I don't even have to have that conversation, bro. In this part of the world, it's already known. You get fat, you let yourself go, goodbye. Your man isn't staying. I don't give a fuck. There's like a million Western harpies like, oh my God. Same shit with me. If I turned into a fat fucking toad and I couldn't even see my dick when I looked down because my belly's so big, I wouldn't expect my woman to be attracted to me and want to have bedroom acrobatics every day. Are you shitting me? This is basic contract. Stay as attractive as you can for your age. Ain't nobody saying you got to be ripped at 70, but geez, man, take care of yourself at least. The same applies for your woman. These contracts exist in every relationship, unspoken. And then she'll in the Western world, women will manipulate them. Like, would you let me? Would you let me if I was a frog? No, I wouldn't. Would you let me if I had one arm and yeah? No, I fucking wouldn't. Goodbye. Jesus. Stupid hypotheticals.
Available tables, or you're outside and it suddenly starts raining. You should not react. You should not get frustrated. Instead, you must remain completely calm. The only situation where you should react is when your respect is being challenged. This is something I have already discussed in detail in another video, so please, once you finish this video, go and watch it.
This dude reacts. It's way too much on these videos, bro. Your callbacks are crazy.
And I've told you this many times before, but what exactly do I mean by it now? Imagine that you and a girl agreed on doing something. You must understand that sometimes she simply won't feel like doing it anymore because she is moody. She might be craving Chinese food right now, but after 30 minutes, her craving suddenly switches to ground beef. This is completely normal for her. But for you, no, you should not be moody. If you say you're going to do something, your decision should be based on logic. And if you decide to change it, it should be for a logical reason. In other words, you don't just do what you feel like doing, you do what needs to be done. This is why women are highly attracted to men who take care of their health. A man who eats healthy food, even if it's not the tastiest, is attractive because it shows that he is rational, that he does what is good for him, not just what he feels like doing. But if you're not someone who actively works on self-improvement, then at the very least, make sure you appear as if you do. Always make sure you show the woman that you do what needs to be done. Even if you're someone who eats only junk food, when you're with her and you go to a restaurant, order something healthy, or when you make a decision in front of her, make sure it's based on logic and not just on passing emotions. Do not be moody with her. Don't tell her in the morning, we're meeting tonight, and then when the evening comes say, I don't feel like going out anymore. This will show her that your mood changes too quickly, unless of course you have a valid excuse. I'll give you one last example so you can fully understand what...
All right, yeah, okay. This guy said, I did this. Didn't buy flowers last Valentine's, now I'm single. I hate how relationships always have to be games. Now, not true love. Well, the problem is, look, there's plenty of videos like this that explain to men how men should act, what a man is, how a man should behave, how a man should carry himself. But is there a video like this or any other type of video that explains to a woman how she should act, how she should behave, what a real man is, you know, things of that nature? I mentioned it, I think, in the previous video. There isn't really a huge market for holding women accountable. There really isn't. You can't tell a woman how she should behave, what a real woman is, because women are born. Obviously, they have inherent value because they pump out kids, right? And sperm is cheap. It can be in the millions gotten for one man can repopulate the fucking earth, really. But we need women, okay? So biologically, we're worthless in Mother Nature's eyes. We're expendable. That's it. But society hasn't taught women how to be a real woman. It's just that you, in your natural form, no matter how bad, how broken, you are still valuable. And that's just not the truth, because there is a point of no return, and women in the modern world today in the West have hit it. And a lot of men are choosing to opt out of dating completely because in your broken form, you're no longer worthwhile. You're not worth the headache. You're not worth the resources. You're not worth the potential issues down the line. You know, taking care of somebody else, or maybe losing my retirement, or all that in divorce court, all that shit. Hell, some men are saying it's not even worth having kids anymore. Like legacy, the innate drive a man has to reproduce is just, they're looking at women and going, that's not even worth it anymore. That's how far we've fallen as a society. How far we've let women go in terms of a broken direction where a man could literally say that out loud and have millions of other men agree with him. So I'd like to see more videos on women, especially teaching these younger women, holding them accountable, shaming them for degenerate behavior, and letting them know what it takes to keep a man. Because sis, getting a man is easy. He'll stick it in you where you got a paper bag over your face. He doesn't care. But to get a man to stick around, to look at you like, damn, I can't let this one go. This one makes my life better in every way. We are so far from that conversation. We're barely scratching the surface on what a woman is today. It's how far we've fallen in the West. What is a woman? There is a large cohort of women that don't know how to define that for you. What? And then the so-called traditional ones that we have are super liberal, left-leaning compared to real traditional cultures like, let's just say, Balkan Europe that I'm in. We got a lot of work to do, boys. And it's no wonder that men have done the passport thing. That's why, because you could shortcut all the degenerate bullshit, go to a country that's still traditional, and get a slice of the life that used to be with a woman that has those traditional values. That's what's happening. It's insane. It's insane. Anyways, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thoughts? This guy says, ignore this gibberish. Type in gibberish in the comments to help us in the algorithm, as usual. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care of yourselves.